See, but what Martin Luther King was doing, he was taking young men and women and marching into places where he wanted us to be able to sit down. Well, Elijah Muhammad said, don't go where you're not wanted. If they don't want you in their restaurants, why bother? Get on the south side and build some just as beautiful as they got on the north side, and go to your own restaurant and spend your money with your own. Now you may say that Elijah Muhammad was wrong, but the moment we could go to the white man's restaurant, all our black restaurants closed down. The moment we could sleep in the white man's hotel, what happened to our hotels and our motels? Did they close down? What happened to black economics? It nearly died in the South because integration put the money in the white man's pocket and took it out of the black man's pocket. Talk to me.
Might have to drop a dime on them.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotta stop it.
I don't like that shit.
For sure, bro.
I don't like that shit.
All right, y'all, we back with another video, man. Y'all know how we do. Always pushing health, wealth, and a better understanding of self. So check this out. In this video, y'all, we're going over the FBA boycott, okay? The wealth transfer, okay? We got a lot. Right now, we sticking to the corner stores. We're trying to get them out of the way. We know that a lot of Asian businesses is closing down. And we only need 15 to 20% of us to be on code. We still need more to be on code. But right now, if you're not practicing this to us, you are lame to the lineage. And that's okay. We know we can't get everybody. But we really do need to make sure that we are uplifting our businesses. And we see they doing it in all types of industries, content creation, you know. I did a video where a guy was just saying black people are lazy and they don't do anything. So we definitely need to make sure that our dollars stay with us. But it's been a lot more women that's been saying that they haven't been going to the nail shops to get their toes and nails done, which is great because we got to hit people in their pockets. That's the only way it's going to work right now. Okay? Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, hit that like button. Push me on the algorithm. I greatly appreciate that. I think this is a start that we're doing on some corner stores, but I want to play y'all a little clip of how in Atlanta that they got a corner store to sell out and get out of the neighborhood. And I think we need to practice this and do more of this. Check this out. I want to know what y'all think.
My cousin sends me a video, and it's a video of this clerk at a gas station in my neighborhood off of Gresham Road, right by the Walmart. The dude is on the video like, I don't give a fuck about the black neighborhood. And I was like, what? Because I recognize the dude. I'm like, I know he ain't say that. This is a predominantly black area. This is East Atlanta. This is one of the blackest parts of the city. I go up to the gas station and I'm just showing people on the phone. I'm like, hey, bro, look, don't spend your money in there. Look, this is what they think about it, bro. And the owner comes out and he's like, what are you doing? I tell him what I'm doing. And he's like, get the fuck out of here. Get away from here. Get away from my door. He called me a food stamp cockroach. He's like, you food stamp cockroach. He said, hurry up and get out of here before your unemployment runs out. I didn't respond in a physical way. I was just, we exchanged words, and he told me he was calling the police on me. And the police came and I showed them the video. And, ironically, it was all black officers. Like I said, this is a black area. And they were just like, hey, man, he's the business owner. Regardless of how you feel about him and the business, you have to leave the property. If you show back up on the property, you're gonna be arrested for trespassing. So I go home that day and I just make a proclamation on social media, and I'm like, hey man, like, this is what happened today at this store. This is how this dude talked to me. Y'all please don't go over there, but if you do want to go over there, that's on you. A couple days later, the same cousin that shared the video with me initially, he said, hey man, my boy up at the store, the owner called him a begging monkey. So this is the day when the boycott really was born. The police told me that I can't go on the property But they didn't say that I couldn't be on the sidewalk outside of the property. I stood on the sidewalk on the corner of the property and I just yelled towards the door. Hey, bro, don't go in there. Don't go in there. They don't, they don't even like black folks in there, man. Don't spend your money in there. And a couple of people were like, man, what the hell is this dude talking about? But a lot of people was like, oh, that's all you got to tell me. And then I would just get on Instagram like, hey, man, if y'all in the area, feel free to come on out, man. This is where I'm gonna be at. So, people start making it a point to like pop in and like show their face. We were all just kind of proud to support that and know that, hey man, we are about to punish this dude for talking to us like that. And I just found out that he had a history of abuse in the area, 66 days nonstop, whether it was raining or freezing outside. We were out there every day until this dude decided to sell his store. What we're trying to do is show people that we can be organized and show the power of our money. I want other people to be able to draw strength from that story and know that they don't have to settle. It can inspire a higher level of self-esteem just in general, as far as what we feel like we deserve or what we feel like we should accept. It also tells a story of the power in numbers, and how much we can accomplish when we actually stick together. I didn't do anything by myself because it took every single person being there for it to be what it was. Throughout history, like some of the biggest movements have not gone where they should go because it was too much emphasis on self and not how strong we are together.
Man, y'all better not be eating no food from these Chinese restaurants, bro. That's a whole cat in there, bro. I hope y'all see that. That is a whole cat. In the vacuum seal bag, dog. I'm not eating no more Chinese food, bro.
Wait, wait.
Look at this shit, dog. That's a whole cat. Man.
Y'all know we've been having to talk about the census and our numbers as far as our population and what's the rate of the population to us in America. And we always, we've been lied about everything in America. So we know they're gonna lie about, our what's the percentage of, they always say we 13%. A lot of people been saying that in the chat, man. Salute to y'all. Been saying that we like 20-25%. Check this out. I want to know what y'all think about this. Let's get it.
Black Americans, we are not 12% of the population. Now, I'm going to continue what I started yesterday with proving to you that we are not 12 to 13% of the population, but we are at minimum 14.5 to 16% of the population. But I believe that we're really about 20 to 23% of the population. So why would people, particularly the government, local governments, state governments, even the federal government, why would they lie to you about this? Well, if you're only 12 to 13% of the population, they can also suppress your votes. They can suppress your representation. They can suppress your ability to get political funding, to get federal funding, to get funding for social programs and all that stuff. And then you can overrepresent white people so that they can hog up all the resources. See, when you look at the actual stats for white people using welfare more often, this actually plays into this because the U.S. Census Bureau for years would overcount white people and undercount black people so that white people could get more social welfare programs and utilize it more and get more funding for their buses, for their schools, for anything that they could potentially need while we were consistently underfunded. And so that also affects law enforcement in terms of what gets funded. It also affects not only does it affect your actual schools, it affects funding for your schools, where your schools can be zoned, the priorities of your schools, in terms of if a state gets a big old blank check or just gets a bunch of money to fund schools or to subsidize schools, what they'll do is they'll undercount black people so that white people can get an even bigger head start. So when we speak of white privilege and concepts like that, I just want you to understand white privilege fits into this concept. That's white privilege. Even if you come from a poor white neighborhood, even if you are a poor white person, you, as far as the U.S. Census Bureau is concerned, were given an unfair advantage for years and years and years and years. And this is why in the modern day, a lot of white folks, and I'm not saying all white folks, because I know a lot of good white folks. In fact, I'm going to contact one of my white buddies later on about renting a trailer, but A lot of white folks have become dependent on the welfare system because the U.S. Census Bureau, the state, local, and federal and the federal government has conditioned you to be overcounted, overrepresented, and they made you into the main character, even though you shouldn't have been. That's why a lot of white people are having a tough time in this current economy, and why you see black people still surviving the same way that we always did.
All right, so y'all see that they not giving us outright census, but a lot of people thinking that, this boycott wealth transfer is gonna stop, but it's getting stronger and it's getting bigger. Check it out.
Hey, it's August, and the boycott and ban continues, but we about to take it up a notch. Everybody want to keep talking about how TikTok is an Asian app, blase, blase, blase. Well, guess what? We about to switch it out. We about to go to an FBA-owned app, and it's called Zipline. Everybody needs to go download it. ZIPPLIGN. It's been verified, approved, and certified that it's fundamental Black Americans owning that app. Every drip and drop of dime that has went into this app has come from Black Americans, from foundational Black Americans. And we want to keep it that way. It's a new app and it's growing, and we need your help. So if you're a FBA influencer or you're a Black American who cares about supporting other Black Americans, go download Zipline today. It's just like TikTok. You go on there, you say your piece, you do your little dance, and you put it out there to the world, and people comment, like, and share. They coming up with a zip shop, and the Zipfluencers. I know y'all influencers on TikTok are tired of getting paid 30 cents every 1,000 views. Yeah, Zipfluencers get paid $1 for every 100 views. You get a cent per view every single time, and you don't need a minimum. Yeah, it's like that over there. So let's go and pack this little TikTok stuff up. TikTok like MySpace now, okay? We going to Zipline. Come zip me over there. We got 6 more days to hit our goal of 25,000 downloads. And then at that point, everybody who's downloaded gets entered into a drawing for you can enter into a drawing for a free 4-day vacation in Florida. Who's trying to go to Westgate? Okay, y'all need to download Zipline right now, today, right now, right now, right now.
It looked like what we was trying to do. Shout out to the water gang, man. We trying to do something with giving out a vacation, but that's what's up, man. I'm glad to see that we tightening up and we getting bigger. This is growing bigger and bigger. All right, y'all. So we also got some Black-owned tech companies. Shout out to Zipline, man. Shout out to all of the businesses that Black-owned that we trying to push, man. True Soap. Y'all go make sure y'all get y'all True Soap and cleaning products, man. That's a soap and cleaning product that's, from us. We don't even gotta say use that. We're gonna say from us, just to let everybody know they certified. But check out this brother with the black tech. Now look, all that dyeing your hair and all of that, I'm gonna still put you on there. But listen, we finna have a code of conduct. All them caps men be wearing and dyeing your hair, y'all. We gotta listen. We gotta love ourselves, bro. All of that, weirdo behavior. We Black American, we don't get down like that. So PSA, we're gonna start putting that pressure on y'all about that. But let's get it.
Since we're supporting Black business right now, I want to take 90 seconds and show you exactly what I've been building for the last 6 months. Because most people don't know this company exists yet. And that's about to change. I'm Brian O'Neill, Black tech founder out of Minnesota. Self-taught AI developer. So no CS degree, no co-founder, no Silicon Valley backing. And I built an AI company called Black X Technology. And here's what nobody says out loud. And we're going to say it today. Black creators made the creator economy. Period. The dances on TikTok, ours. The slang every brand puts in their ad copy 6 months later, ours.
So do y'all see it, man? It's a lot of businesses doing their thing right now, and we giving them the exposure they need, and we're gonna keep pushing this exposure for them. But yeah, it's a lot of business, man. I seen one though. I was, we gotta be doing our due diligence. Cause it was somebody shot me a business and it was giving their funds, back to Africa. And when businesses that generate money, we gotta make sure that they know that it's here to help, everybody here in America. All right. And I got that crowdfunding for us to have our own manufacturing. Okay, right here in America, we're gonna start that for us, so we don't have to go out and deal with nobody in manufacturing and get to creating, innovating, making things back to how we was. So make sure y'all hit that link. That's gonna be in the description. And we gonna keep putting our foot on the gas on this. Okay, everybody think we just gonna stop with this wealth transfer. We talking billions, we talking trillions. It's too much money for us to turn away and not do this. Anybody that's not down with what we down with, you gotta be a fool not to stand on business with your lineage. But that's what we doing. That's how we rocking, man. I want y'all to leave me a comment what y'all think about these businesses, what you think about the blackout, the wealth transfer that we got going on. And I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. Peace and love, family.
A community must have three things to have a community in it. You must have a wholly independent economic structure that can provide goods, service, products, and things for your own people, and jobs and tax bases for your own people. You should at least control four basic things. You should be trying to control water, food, medicine, and energy to be able to survive and compete.
Here we got Mr. Pollock. He had a cornfield. He took advantage of a free water test from us, and this is what we found in this water. We found sulfur, we found hardness, and we solved these problems with an easy fix of 2 tanks. So get your free water test today. Stay blessed. Click the link below.